Bro, you know what's crazy? I just literally, I saw, like in the past month, I bumped into one of my brethrens, and he's a PT as well. And when I seen him, he was like, "Rah, I'm proper proud of you," you know. He goes, "Rah, like I ain't seen you to tell you." And I said, "Bro, like the last time I saw you was 2004 or 5, 2005, when we were 20. So he caught a case, blew out of the country, ran out of money, came back, turned himself in, ended up doing 13 straight. So he came out 4 years ago. But when he's come out, he's like, right, I've seen how time has just gone by. He goes, I lost my whole 20s.
My whole 20s, fam, you can't get it back.
Yeah, he goes, that's exactly what he said. He said, you can't get it back. He said, I saw time go by. But he's like, while I was in there, I'm hearing about the things you're doing. He's like, I'm seeing you pushing. Like other men are like, right, you know my man. And he's like, he's come out and he's just super driven. If you see like the way he works, he goes, bro, like, I don't get tired because I was sleeping for 13 years.
That's what I'm telling, man, fam. When you understand where you come from, what you've gone through, fam, the next part ain't scary. Man's talking about being an entrepreneur scary. Fam, going country scary. How the hell do you travel with food in the car and you gotta get there? That's the scary part. How the hell do you go to an ends that you know that you're only black person? That's the scary part. How do you go to an ends that you don't know no one and you have to trust kitties and stuff? That's a scary, it's a trap. That's what it's called, it's a trap. But therefore, you're not scared of none of that. Or when I used to say to people back in the days, I'd say, well, fam, you man are doing run-ups, robbing the man them, robbing people, black people. Fam, when I grew up, man them used to rob banks. Man them used to rob post offices. What are you talking about?
I remember the older generation.
What are you talking about, fam? So you lot are cowards. Because when man says rob government stuff or rare, you're not on it. You're scared. But I say run up on this guy, this boy, same look like you. There. Listen to the difference quickly. Go in this bank and take the money. There's guaranteed 300,000 in there. You're probably gonna get out with about 40 grand. By the time the things, if you get caught, you'll get about this much years, say 4 years. Or run up in this house, there possibly could be a guy with a weapon. He might not keep his money there, but I heard he's a baller. But if you get caught, you might get killed by him, or you might get 10 years. They take this option.
They take the 10, no, they take the 10.
No guaranteed money in the house.
They take the 10. Like even lately we was talking about how UK, if you're doing well and you started originally from the roads, then you transition, but now you're doing real well, you can't even afford to shine. So it's like, if you wear your jewelry, you buy too much jewels of this, someone's gonna, you're a marked man.
Fam, it's not fair. It's not fair, especially if you come from like me. That's not the reason why I haven't bought jewelry and that. I probably, haven't bought jewelry because of how much jewelry I used to have. I used to have white gold chains, I used to have diamonds, I used to have cars, all that stuff. So I think I've grown out of it and understand that I like property, I like land, I like ownership, I like business, things that actually generate wealth. But a lot of people haven't lived life, so they always chase it. So the second they get something, they'll go and buy that. But like you just made a sad point, some people have changed their lives. And now they are scared to buy jewelry or they're scared to go and...
They can't shine.
They can't shine because the road youths don't care that you've changed. You was once road and I'm going to come and get you. Whereas I've always said two different things to my cousins from a young age. Like I said, you get stopped by police, tell them it's my money. From a young age, you know, I used to tell them this. Tell them it's my money. You say, what do you mean? I said, bro, do you think police can take my money? Brother, I own stuff. It's my business. I'll go through my paperwork. It's my money. Until years later, he tried to ask me to go and get 15 grand out of the police station. And I thought to myself, bro, when I used to say this to you, it was an incentive for you to register your own stuff. You can't expect me years later to go to them and give them my business account or to tell them, like I got a phone call from someone in jail. They said, "Rah, I'm going cool. Would you be able to tell them that I worked at the kids club?" I said, "Bro, did you work at the kids club?" And he says, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "No, what do you mean? You want to walk into the court and you want to tell them that you've spent time working at my children's holiday club. Do you know what? Even if you worked there for 1 day, or even if you posted it, I would allow you to do that. But sadly, you didn't even help the children's holiday club which is for future of children, and you didn't, now you want to use it to your advantage. I think that's unfair. Let me show you how unfair it is. You're on a gun charge, brother.
And you want
to affiliate to my children's holiday club. Use your sense, man. That's what shows me people are selfish. You're selfish. Bro, if this closed down, your own children, you've got about 7 of them, your own children might not have somewhere to go. Because you wanted to lie rather than when you had the chance to help it. But now you don't have the chance, you want to lie and say you helped it. You can't do that, man. It's sad. It's sad, but I'm in such a better place, happy place. Knowledge is power, fam. Knowledge is power. A post I put up today about reading. A lot of people don't read, and it's because of the traumatized way that school has taught you how to read. A lot of people, like I recommend a book. A lot of people should read How to Read a Book. There's a book called How to Read a Book. When you understand how to get familiar with a book, the contents page, the back page, the author, what chapters, you don't have to read a book from the front to the back. Bro, you don't read a story book the way you read a business book. You don't read a romantic book the way you read a horror book.
Choose what applies to you.
Choose what applies to you. Choose what chapters apply to you. You don't, I read a book just last night, property book. But bro, the chapter I took out was about systemizing in businesses. Because I'm at a great place in my life now where I'm trying to systemize as much as possible. Because that's why I understand the high caliber of business works like. Like McDonald's, a 12-year-old can work in McDonald's, you know. Why? Because it's systemized. You don't have to be clever to work in McDonald's, bro. It says 2 minutes, these go down, they come up. It says turn that over at that 30 seconds. It's systemized, bro. So if you can't run your business within a system, then therefore you still work in your business. Do you know what I mean? But I got all this knowledge just through wisdom and through trying, but mainly through reading. I've now read more books in the last 1 year than I have in the last 10 years. Even though I was highly on to reading, but I didn't actually read lots of it. When I read How to Read a Book, bro, I don't read whole books no more. I understand what I want from it, and then I read it. Guess what? When we're having a conversation, I can quote something from the book now, because it's like I've read the book and I understand the whole book. When you understand what level you are on as reading, you'll then understand you don't have to read book 1, 2, and 3. Because guess what? Book 1 and 3 actually say the same kind of thing. But from you read the back and front and the context, you'll know that. But you know, school has taught you pick up a book and read from the front to the back. That's horrifying, bro. That's what I'm saying, it's horrifying. But knowledge is, bro, my knowledge is mad. And it's bringing me into places. It's places, sometimes I didn't even know I had knowledge, bro. Like as in high level knowledge. But the more knowledge I obtain and the more I sharpen it and understand how money works, how finances work, bro, I've become more free.